Yes, when I was in my previous mental vessel, before my brilliance was realized,
Of course.
it's not hard to. Obviously, my goal was to work hard, and I think myself and Brother Nero, which is JAFFHLRDY, in case anyone doesn't know. If you meet any personalities, that guy has issues. He doesn't know who he is. It's like Halloween, every different day of the week is someone different. Either Jump Hardy or Brother Nero or Willow or Ishwick, Jesus Christ. And they're not the crazy one. Just when I was doing that originally, one of our goals were in WWE, it was WWF at that time, was to go out and to wrestle these guys and just put in the best performance, whether we were given 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and do what our job was. It was to make that guy look like $1 million, as opposed to going out and trying to do the things that some guys do that are worried about the egos or whatever. We were going out and trying to be professionals. We would go out and make those guys look as good as possible and highlight our athleticism in whatever way we had possible. You go back and watch most of those matches where we went out and we enhanced the talent that was on the roster at that time. You would notice that we would always take a 1 or 2 big bump, a big fall during the match, and that was our goal, to stand out in that way and show them that we were there to be team players.
And when did it click? When did it click for you that you were going to be in WWF at the time for the long term? What was the moment that you knew? Right, now we're in. Now we can really start kicking it down.
I knew in 1997 is when they first said they wanted to do something with us, and we had we were pretty confident that everything was going to be okay at that point. But then the match had changed everything, and we knew we weren't just pro wrestlers. We were going to be WWE superstars. Was the first ever tag team ladder match, which was no less than I was wearing a big tit. Actually, to be correct, it was 2. But the fact is that match is the match that they put us on the map, because we really absolutely turned the corner. We became something more at that time. We became a special attraction in WWE, and also we almost became half spot monkeys, talking about all these lives. I was sick for a long time.
But before you did that match at the Terry Invitational Tournament, the TIT,
it's so hard for you to get over that.
Yeah, really difficult. And then, but before that, you were paired, you and Jeff, you and Brother Nero, were paired with Michael P.S. Hayes, who I think a lot of us over here, if you were a young kid, you didn't know about Michael Hayes, you knew him as Doc Hendricks, and then he changes into Michael Hayes, and he's got a cane, and he's walking about in cargo pants and all that sort of stuff. What was it like being paired with Michael Hayes, and what was his influence like on the Hardy Boys?
Oh, I think he was the start of the downfall of the Hardy Boys. It was quite the interesting experience, just because he came up in a time when there were a thing known as territories in the United States, which is a very, very different era. And you would work in one part of the country for a year or 18 months, however long it may be. But Michael Hayes and the Freebirds were huge in the Texas and the middle of the U.S. southern area, and they did such big things there. Broke record-breaking gates and whatnot. And he truly, I can say this, I learned more about the professional wrestling industry from him than anyone else. He truly did help us a lot. But also, afterwards, he had a very old school mentality. He's like, all right, now you two little son of bitches, now that I'm going to help you, you're going to work with me, you're going to ride with me. Just like me and the Freebirds did, Terry and Buddy. We're going to hit the car, all 3 of us. We stay together, we ride together, we eat together, we do everything together like a family. That's how we learn. And the first couple weeks were pretty good and not bad. But by week 3, we were ready to kill this son of a bitch. He would say things like, we would want to leave after a long day of television or a house show or whatever it may be. And he's, hey, we just like to get a good meal in before we do this. Gonna get a good meal in? What the hell? You just need to get a 6-pack of beer and get a thing of liquor and head to the next town. That's what all the old school boys did back in the day. And then he made a deal where we could only stop and eat if the place we were in had a bar. That's the only way. If it was someplace, it was just like a very healthy restaurant and there was no bar. Could not stop. But there would be several nights that we would put him to bed when he was absolutely toasted and wasted towards the very end. When we were very young, the Village and Matt Hardy and Brother Nero. But then as time went on, we learned so much from him, and you know, like any other person that is someone you watched and idolized growing up, you learn like, oh, there's a lot of great stuff about this. There's a lot of bad things about this person, but he's a human being, and that's what it is. But when it's all said and done, he really did teach us more than anyone else.
And what would you say are like one or two things that he taught you that were important for you going forward after that?
The most important thing that he taught me personally, I don't know if Jeff picked up on this, he's much slower than I am. He's really good at doing flips and dumps, spots monkey, but a little slow sometimes. It's just in professional wrestling, the biggest, most important thing about being a performer in the ring is that when fans watch you, they have to really believe, you know, that you can kick the ass. And like just the physicality, it's like it doesn't make a difference if you do a million great looking flips, if you do all these cool moves. If people don't believe you can fight, if they don't believe you're physical, then it's going to be an issue. Like, because that's actually how they believe you. And it's almost like less is more, simpler the better. And like I started incorporating a lot more of that. You know, sometimes it worked against me in some ways because Jeff was the one that always did the flashy stuff, you know, and sometimes that overshadowed the things I was doing when I was a little bit more of a solid worker in there. But I always made sure that I was rough and tough and physically, and I was okay as far as being able to fight and scrap, so I was able to incorporate that more and actually make people believe you were a lot more legitimate. And that's a very important thing in this professional wrestling industry.